will be making these beautiful hash brown latkes using just a couple of ingredients, some onions, some hash browns, and some starch of some sort or flour and eggs or just eggs, or you can even use oil instead of the eggs. So now we're just gonna chop up an onion or dice it as finely as you'd like. Um, these are the base of our latkes. And we're going to fry the onion. So just grab a pan, turn on the flame, let it heat up, and when it's hot, we're gonna add the onions to the pan, and we're gonna let them heat up and release all their moisture. Once they do that, we're gonna add some oil, whatever you're comfortable frying with, and we're going to add all the oil to the pan. Don't squeeze the bottle. Um, and then we're going to just coat each of the pieces of onion with the oil so that they all fry evenly and are all super duper delicious. Um, you can use any oil, any onion, any oil to fry these delicious latkes. So here we go. We just have our onion. Now we're going to use hash browns. So mine came in like a brick, so I had to smash it against the counter to break up the um, hash browns into little pieces. And then we just open it up and pour it all into the fried onions once they're completely fried. And we're going to mix up and defrost the hash brown. So you can also defrost it in the refrigerator overnight or use your microwave to defrost the hash browns, but we're just going to fry them up with the onions. And when they're completely defrosted, which will take a little bit of time, then we're going to pour them into a bowl and we're going to just let them cool for a second. And then we're going to add our potato starch or flour or any starch you choose, tapioca starch, cornstarch, flour, anything you'd like. Um, but to make them gluten free, definitely potato starch, cornstarch, tapioca starch. And then we're going to just coat each piece of potato with the potato starch or whatever starch flour you're using. And then we're going to grab some eggs. You can use just egg. You can use oil instead. Whatever you like to use. And we're going to check the eggs. So we do that by just passing the egg yolk from shell to shell. Or you can pick it up and look at it through a clear glass. Um, where just I like to do both, so I use like a plastic cup so that I can check it from shell to shell, and then if I miss something, I can double check it by looking through the plastic, and if there's a blood spot, I just throw out the whole thing. So there we go. Where I put 3 eggs, you probably just need two. Just go with your gut, whatever you feel is right. And now we're going to um, scramble the egg on top just to make it all one cohesive thing. And then we're going to mix it into the rest of the batter. Um, and make sure it's all coated in the potato starch and then coated in the egg so that all becomes one cohesive batter. And now we're going to fry them up. Um, so we got our oil. I'm using like all my different types of avocado oil, using it all up. So keep seeing different bottles um, that I have left. And we're just gonna take a spoon and scoop it in when the oil's hot. Every little bit makes one latke, so make them as big or as small as you'd like. Uh, you can also bake these by putting them in a pan. I would suggest like a stainless steel pan, and then you put a layer of oil on the bottom. And if you really want, you can heat up that oil, heat up the pan, and at 350 and preheat the oven at the same time, or 375, and then take out the pan with the oil, and then lay your little latkes on top, put it in and let it bake, and then flip them. They'll be just as good. Um, and we're just gonna flip them. See, I flipped them too early, but if you flip them too early, all you have to do is flip them back over, which is what I did. Um, and now we flip it over. You can flip it over as many times as you want. This is like do whatever you feel. It's super easy, super simple. See, we didn't have to grate any potatoes. We didn't have to grate an onion. Just you could even use um, onion powder if you don't want to chop up an onion. It's that simple of a recipe. And we're just gonna flip them all over, wait for them to turn brown on the other side and get golden and delicious. And now we're gonna flip them over and to make sure the other side is totally golden and delicious. And you can serve these with literally anything. Um, we have a whole blog post of 101 Latka toppings, and they're sorted by savory and sweet, and by milchig or fleischig or parv, like meaning dairy or meat or um, whatever you choose to eat. So check it out on HanukkahDIY.com. I'll link the blog on in the notes below. And here's our second batch. You can see that it gets brown around the edges, and that's how you know it's ready to flip. So we're gonna flip them. And I'm just putting them on a regular plate, whatever you have. I just have compost plates, compostable plates. Yeah, but whatever plates you got, that's what you should use. You do you. And see, they got nice and golden. It's always the second batch is even better than the first. And we're just gonna add these to the plate. See? Of the first batch. So you can also put these on paper towel or napkins or whatever you'd like, or dish towel, I don't know, to drain if you'd like, or a rack, whatever you choose. These freeze well and they're so delicious. Or you could always reheat them in the oven or toaster, and then that's it. That's how you make super easy Hanukkah latkes. Happy Hanukkah.